Good evening. First, an overview of the CELTA course here at Lewisham Southwark College. We offer full-time, intensive and part-time Cambridge CELTA courses. CELTA is the top qualification in TEFL, and it will provide you with the skills, knowledge and resources you need to start your career in teaching English as a foreign language. CELTA is a passport to work and travel all over the world. You'll need a high level of commitment to succeed, and you'll experience great personal and professional development through the course. The qualification itself is regulated by Ofqual at level 5 on the Qualifications and Credit Framework. How you're taught. CELTA is a 120-hour course, and it will give you a strong foundation in English language teaching. It does this through a combination of input sessions, teaching practice with volunteer students, feedback sessions after your teaching practice, and tutorials. The input sessions that you have, which are about things like grammar, teaching vocabulary, things like that, they model the methodology and techniques that you will develop in the classroom and that the tutors will expect to see you using in your teaching practice. You get expert training through the teaching practice and feedback on all of your teaching sessions. The modes of the course are, first of all, and coming up next, our 4-week full-time intensive. Next one starts on the 3rd of July. Then we have part-time courses which run over 20 weeks, and we offer these in the day and the evening. The daytime is 1 full day per week and is on Tuesdays, and this will be starting at the beginning of October. The evening course is on Tuesday and Thursday evenings from 6 till 9, and that will be starting in January. Next steps. Well, after the CELTA course, there's lots of different things you can do. But really the most important thing is to develop your teaching skills by teaching. You can specialise in lots of areas, for example, teaching young learners, teaching English for specific purposes, as well as exam preparation. Once you have some teaching experience under your belt, you can then progress to a Cambridge Delta or other more general teaching qualifications. In terms of your career, on finishing your course, you can go straight into teaching in the UK or overseas. Throughout the year, we receive information from different education providers who want freshly trained CELTA graduates to come and work for them. You can work in private sector language schools, in summer schools, NGOs or colleges. There's really a wide variety of contexts in which you can work. Requirements. To take the course, you should be 18 or over, and you should have a standard of education equivalent to that required for entry into higher education. And your English must be good enough to teach at a range of levels. It should be a minimum of level C1 to C2 on the European framework of references. That is to say, advanced level or above. You need to be able to commit to the same hour same hours per week in independent study and teaching preparation as you spend in class. So it's not just the time when you are at the college with the students and with your tutors. There's much else besides. You've got to prepare your teaching practice sessions. You've got to do your reading. You've got to write your assignments, as well as physically preparing the lessons that you'll be teaching. The intensive course is very intensive, and you should clear your diary if you're planning to take that. You shouldn't have anything planned at the weekends or the evenings. It really is an intensive course. I can't stress that enough. Facilities. Well, this course is delivered at our brand new Southwark Centre, which has had a £41 million renovation. The classrooms are modern, fully equipped with smart boards, which you'll learn how to use, with computers, Wi-Fi access. The course has a special base room for the trainees to use, and there it has all the resources you need for your teaching practice, basic things like scissors and card and glue, as well as the things like books and other resources you'll need. In the Learning Centre, we have a wide range of the recommended texts for CELTA, so you can do your background reading, helping you understand what you're doing. The Southwark site has fantastic study areas equipped with computers to work in comfort. And there's a coffee shop on site, and even a roof terrace on the 6th floor where you can relax and enjoy the views. So it's really a wonderful campus to both to learn and teach in. Assessments. So the assessment is done throughout the course. There's no final examination. There are two types of assessment. First of all, teaching practice. You do 6 hours of teaching practice during the course. Normally, you start off doing a short session, for example, 20 minutes, and that will work up to an hour by the end of the course. You will do the teaching practice with adult learners. They are volunteers, and you will teach at a minimum of 2 levels of ability. So it's normally elementary and intermediate level. And the assessment of the teaching practice is based on your overall performance. And after each teaching practice session, you get verbal and written feedback. The second type of assessment is the written assignment. There are 4 written assignments of 750 to 1,000 words each. These are based on the input sessions and the experience you have of teaching, and also research you do into the various topics that you will be learning about. If you want to apply for the course, just go to the Lewisham Southwark College website. You'll find us on the teaching page, or call into any of our centres. You need to successfully complete the selection procedure, which is in 2 stages. So once you apply, first of all, you will be invited to initial assessment. And this assessment is of 2 things. It's your language analysis awareness and your general writing skills. So the language analysis checks things like what you know about grammar, vocabulary, language systems, and if you can see if language is correct or not by correcting mistakes. Then, if you get through that, you'll be invited to interview. And the interview is normally carried out in pairs or small groups and includes a micro-teach, which is where you have to imagine that the other people there are students and you have to explain a language point to them. It's just really to see how you interact with others there. Fees and finance. Last November, we had the good news that CELTA is now eligible for the Advanced Learner Loan. And if you want to apply for that, then you need to make sure the loan is in place before you start the course. If you're paying for the course yourself, then the fees for the 20-week course can be paid in instalments by direct debit on a UK bank account. For the 4-week course, then the full fee must be paid in full before you start the course.